We made some wrong decisions, but we made some right decisions, more right than wrong. And we're now in a really solid place. So I don't technically have to work if I don't want to. Now, if I want to sustain it, sure. But with people's mindsets, like what I'm assuming yours is and what mine is even though we weren't losing money, we weren't going backwards, I knew deep down and was having these anxiety, this like kind of depression where I was like, dude, like I know we're all right, but there's so much more like we could have been doing. There's so much more that like effort I could have put into this to, take it to the next level. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Return on Investment MF channel. It's your host, Zack ROI Williams. And this is the information your haters don't want you to hear about. Becoming the most badass version of yourself in business. What's up, guys? My name is Zack ROI Williams, and today we're going to talk about burnout. Specifically, we're going to lean more towards entrepreneurial burnout, but we're also going to hit on corporate burnout as well. Been through both. They both suck, but there's a few different differences, and my audience currently, some of them are still, their dreams and goals are right now a side hustle, so they're working for the man, and they're doing, all their extra work on the side to work on their side hustle to build up their own business. That in and of itself is extremely tough. Guys, hold on. It doesn't last forever. But also, the next thing you talk about entrepreneurial burnout, after you make that leap, you finally own your own business, and especially if you have employees, there's so many different levels of stress and things that you take on your own shoulders, and you're constantly working, trying to make your processes better, keep your clients happy, produce more products, save your ROI. There's so much that's going on. So both suck. Both are fucking terrible, and both happen. Both are going to happen. If you don't go through burnout, you're not trying hard enough. Let me say that one more time. If you do not go through burnout, you are not trying enough. Now, with that being said, I went 21 months before going through my entrepreneurial burnout. Like I was in it. So like, if you're only been doing it for 9 months, 12 months, 18 months, whatever the case may be, who knows? You might not hit your burnout until, 60 months down the road. Who knows? Now, I feel blessed because my burnout hit at probably the perfect time. It happened, like I said, in month 21. Now, I'm going to be real with you guys. Like this in my entire channel, I'm going to be real as fuck. I'm going to talk about the nitty gritty. I'm going to be open and honest because like the thing I hate the most, people out here trying to flex, people out here trying to stunt, people trying to out here to like make themselves be something more than they're not. Okay. I'm going to be real with you, and I want y'all to be real with me too. So with that being said, it happened at the perfect time, and I'm fucking pissed about it too, though, because month 21 is a very special month for us. Not only is 21 my lucky number, but 21 was the month that we had our first six-figure business within six-figure month within one of my businesses, ROI marketing firm, the one that is, paves the way for all the rest of the businesses that I now, own part of. So month 21 comes around. So pissed, dude. It was a team effort. We hit our first six-figure month. And I don't know what happened to me. I guess like I had been a six-figure month had been my goal for such a long time. I'm talking even before I started my business. Like to me, I was like, dude, I want to make six figures a month, this, that, whatever. It's like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck it takes to get there. Well, I fucking did it. I got there. And I fucking fell off. Like what the, dude, all right. So 6 figures, celebrated, had a great time, was pumped, was on cloud 9, was motivated more than ever. I don't know what happened, just fell off. Now, I'm a family man. I have a wife and a beautiful daughter. So that was kind of my excuse. That was kind of my, my fallback to where I could convince myself that it's okay to have some burnout. So with that being said, I started processing everything because the way I've set my organization up, and when I refer to my organization, it's all the businesses that I'm a part of, not just ROI marketing firm, but the way I've set up my organization is technically I don't have to work now. Again, like I said earlier, we're blessed. I'm blessed. Now, when I say blessed, we're not fucking lucky. I worked my ass off to get here, and we're gonna talk about a little bit about that. But we are blessed. We've made some right decisions. We've made some wrong decisions, but we made some right decisions, more right than wrong, and we're now in a really solid place. So I don't technically have to work if I don't want to. Now, if I want to sustain it, sure. But with people's mindsets like what I'm assuming yours is and what mine is even though we weren't losing money, we weren't going backwards, I knew deep down and was having these anxiety, this like kind of depression where I was like, dude, like I know we all right, but there's so much more like we could have been doing. There's so much more that like effort I could have put into this to, take it to the next level. But then I have to like sit there and look at I'm looking at them right now. There's a picture of them in my office that I love. And, I'm having to look them in the face and be like, you know what? Like I owe y'all time. I owe myself time. I owe my friends time. I own time. Like I need time for me, for my family, for my wife, for my daughter, for, my dog, for my education, for my, fitness, for my friends. And so I had to take a step back because, we all have goals, we all have dreams, we all have aspirations, and it's very important to have those because that is what pushes you to continue going, especially when shit sucks, man. It's not easy. So I had to sit back and look at my wife and my daughter and say, we got to come up with a game plan to give y'all the time and the attention, and me the time and attention that we all deserve, but also so I don't feel this way because I know that I'm worth so much more. So I came up with a plan, and, some of y'all may have read, Tim Ferriss's The 4-Hour Workweek. It's over here on my bookshelf. I should have had it out here too. But, basically the concept that he comes up with is if you go to your boss and ask your boss, hey, I need to go take my, wife to the doctor's office, at 3 p.m. Can I leave 2 hours early? And, your boss is like, all right, cool. Like just get all the work done by 2 p.m. that you normally would have gotten done by, 5 p.m. and then you can leave. And chances are you're going to get the work done in that shorter amount of time. So it's like, why can't we do that all the time? Where's that effort going? Someone else kind of took a more of a morbid approach to it. And, but it's, it's hardcore, kind of like what I like. So they're like, you put a gun to your spouse's head and said, hey, can you make $10,000 today? Could you do it? Well, fuck yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to make 10 grand right now, And so it's, why do we not apply that much effort all the time? And now, again, I know we're talking about burnout, so you're probably like, Zach, there's no way you could give that much effort constantly. But my point is, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as CEOs, as whatever you want to label yourself, then we need to find, some people will call it the work-life balance, and then some people will correct you and say, no, life should come first, so it should be life-work balance. I don't give a shit what you call it, but you know what I mean, okay? You have work and you have family, or you have work and you have your own, hobbies and, sanity to keep and whatever the case may be. So you got to come up with a game plan that works out for both. So if I can, twiddle my thumbs and do busy work for, 100 hours a week, but if I actually applied some of that time somewhere else in my life and could get the same amount of work done in 60 hours or 50 hours or 40 hours or 30 hours, that now frees up all that time. So me personally, this isn't for everybody, but me personally, what I've done is I now take Fridays off. So Fridays, my daughter's in school, so I get to devote all that time, all that attention to my wife and to my wife only. Saturdays and Sundays are family days. I have a 4-day work week. Or we made a promise to each other that we like to travel, so we wanted to make sure that, we didn't hold ourselves back from our goals, which was traveling. So we like to travel a lot. So if there's a month or whatever the case may be, if there's a full week that we plan on taking to go travel, what I do is I will work those Fridays, but I'll only work 3 weeks out of the month. So I'll take an entire week off. So, if you count the weekend before and after, we have about, 9 or 10 days to be able to go on a vacation whenever we want. So I either work a 4-day work week that month, or I work a 3-week work month. And that's what we've come up with that works out best for us. It's not going to work out best for y'all. It might not work out best for anyone else, but that's what works out best for us. We came up with a game plan to make sure that I don't go through this burnout again. Now, going back to the significance of why I think I burned out at the perfect time is, again, I'm going to be super real and honest with you guys. Month 21, like I said, was our first six-figure month. It also, we just crossed over at 24 and a half months, our first $1 million. My goal for this year is $1 million in 1 year. So we're up in the ante. We're going hardcore at it. But I knew that, I mean, y'all guys, I was working, 14, 16, 18, sometimes even 20 hours a day, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I've got a family. I'm having to look my wife in the face and tell her, it's not going to last forever, baby, I promise. It's not going to last forever, baby, I promise. It's not going to last forever, baby, I promise. And here I am now at this point to where it's like, we've been doing this for 2 years, and, where's this going to go? So I had to finally pull the plug. And it's funny that I'm saying this because it's like I'm preaching this to my, my staff, and I don't, consume the information. I looked at one of my sales guys, and I said, hey, would you like to make $500,000 a year working, 90 hours a week? Or would you rather work, 25 hours a week and make $350,000 a year? It's all about applying yourself, but giving yourself time to recharge, giving yourself time to strategize, okay? Some of y'all know my history, know that I've worked for some Fortune 100 companies, this, that, whatever, and I've got a lot of experience with high-end producers and performers. And the thing about that is some of those, once you start getting up to, multi-billion-dollar a year organizations, is their executive level staff only works for a few hours a day or only is allotted a certain amount of decisions to make, because the single decision that you make equates to hundreds of millions of dollars annually. So you've got to make sure that you have the adequate time to look at it, dissect it, strategize about it, and plan it. And so us as entrepreneurs are the same thing. We're just, we're a few steps backwards. But if you were to take down our time frame and break it up into, percentages, it's still the same. We just now have to find a way to allocate our time to other people so we can start working more on our business instead of in our business, okay? So entrepreneurial burnout fucking sucks. Also, I know you can relate, and I know that there's some people out there that are watching this. They're like, bro, I'm not an entrepreneur yet. Like, I have my side hustle, or I'm trying to start my side hustle, but I'm starting to have some of these feelings that you're talking about, but I'm working for the man. I'm working my 9 to 5, this or that, whatever. 9 to 5 can suck. And also because when we refer to 9 to 5, it's not necessarily 9 to 5 all the time. You may work, graveyard shift. You might, work, split shift. You might work offshore, so you're 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off. I get it. But you're at a pivotal point where you've got to find out what it is that you want to do, and then you need to apply yourself 100% to that. It's going to suck until you get to a point where you can actually dive in, be your own boss, make your own rules, make your own schedule, and go from there. I tell people all the time when they come to me talking about opening a business, starting a company, things of that nature, I tell them, if they're on the fence, I'm not going to tell you to go start a business. And the reason is because I know the struggles that come with it. I know the stresses that come with it. I know the fights that you're going to have with your significant other. I know the time away from your family it's going to produce. And I don't necessarily wish that on anyone. Now, in the same breath, I will say that's what we did. And it's been the best thing I've ever done single-handedly for my family. So I want you to take that information, dissect that however you need to, and find out, is now the time to really start, full steam ahead, focus on this for the next couple of months, give yourself goals. And the important thing about goals is you got to give yourself action steps to be able to achieve those goals. Otherwise, it's just a fucking idea. Put steps in place to be able to actually attack that correctly. There's so much that goes into burnout and so much that goes into protecting yourself from burnout. And like I said, I burned out at the right time, I think. I was able to get our first $1 million out of the way, learn from that, And yeah, I hate it because there's so much more potential I had, but I would have rather burned out at month 21 than month 51 or 121. Okay. Because that time away, the loss of progression there should be worth, 10, $15 million annually down the road. So I'm glad that I had the burnout where I am, but now I've learned from it. So it's not a mistake. It happened, and I'm glad it happened because now I've been able to put strategies in place to where I work 4 days out of the week and apply myself on 100%. I literally told my wife Monday through Thursday, don't bother me. Don't come to me. Now, obviously, I had a little bit more tact. If you follow us, we got some tongue in cheek going on, but I had a little bit more tact than that. But I told her, like, bro, like, for us to live the life we want and for me to actually give you the time that you deserve, I owe it to myself. I owe it to my business. I owe it to my employees. I owe it to the entire organization to stay fucking focused and get shit done. And that's what I'm going to do. And so that's what we've started doing this year. It's been absolutely incredible. It's literally been life-changing. And, I highly encourage you, if you're going through any type of burnout, whether it's corporate burnout, whether it's entrepreneurial burnout, put a plan together. Get a schedule together. Stick to it. The first Friday that I took off, I had to make myself. Like, I was like, oh, my God, what am I going to do? I'm stressing. I'm like, I got all this shit to do, this, that, whatever. I made myself not work. I came back on that Monday, fucking crushed it. I got more work done on that Monday than I did, than I would have if I had split it up and half-assed my Friday and Saturdays. And to give y'all an idea of what my schedule looks like, I'm up at 5 a.m. I am up at 5 a.m. 3 times out of the week, I'm going to kickboxing class. It takes me 7 minutes to get there, and I wake up at 5 a.m., and the class starts at 5:15. So I'm in there. I'm fucking going. I'm crushing it. I come home, shower, straight to work. So I'm working by 6:30 a.m., and I'm getting more work done from 6:30 a.m. till 9 a.m. when everyone else decides it's time to finally start working, and my phone and my email start blowing up. I will get more work done from 6:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. than I will from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., 100%. So if you count, rather, my time in the gym, which is my time, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm listening to audiobooks, I'm listening to people that motivate me to get these gears running in the day. I'm listening to that. So if you count that, I'm working 12 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, right? And about that schedule is, I'm in the gym. That's my time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, my wife and I work out weights as well. And also on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I go to the gym by myself at 5 a.m. So I go to the gym. I come home. I'm going to talk about this, the power list. I'm going to put in the notes, I'll give you the list to listen. This is Mr. Andy Frisella. If you guys can't tell, like, I get a lot of inspiration from him. I get a lot of strategy from him, and I take a lot from him. Done 75 hard. I'm in RTA. I do the power list. Like, this dude is, I'm here trying to talk about this because I'm boots on the ground. I've worked corporately for Fortune 100 companies. Now I've broke off, started my own $1 million organization, and I am constantly growing that. I am several steps behind him, but I highly encourage you to listen to him. I'm trying to give people an opportunity to see what this struggle has been like for me, and I'm hoping that I can help one person through this. So if you can get the power list, listen to the podcast. I think it's on the MFCEO project. I think it's, episode 16. I think on, his new podcast, I think it's episode 107. Or actually, I got that backwards. I don't know. I'll put the links to that. But, it's about coming up with critical tasks. So in the morning, actually, for me, the day before, I write down my critical tasks so I don't even have to think about them in the morning. I wake up, I get them done. Like today, this episode is one of my critical tasks, but today, before 8 a.m., I had marked off 2 things on my critical list. I woke up, got to fucking work, and now I feel great. All right, recording this episode is my 3rd one. I got 2 more to knock out for the day, and if I want to stop working for the rest of the day, I'm good. I feel good because I got shit done. I moved the needle, and I made shit happen that's going to progress my company, that's going to make me money. and, you know, is an opportunity for me to stay structured, to stay focused, and get as much done within the hours that I have as possible. So, man, that's what I want to talk about, burnout. I apologize if I rambled a little bit. Well, we're going to get better. Y'all going to hang out with me, you know, keep me motivated. Let me know how I did. Give me a shout out, whatever. But realistically, this entire project is to help, you know, as many entrepreneurs as possible, as well as aspiring entrepreneurs. So if you got something out of this, please give it a share, because I'm hoping that there's someone else that you know that can take something from this and apply it to themselves and really help them. And if it's not just helping them to, you know, take actionables out of this, if it's something that can actually help them, let them know that there's other people out there that are going through the same shit that they are. Because I promise you, like, we all wake up every fucking day wondering what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. And some of us make the shit happen, and some of us, you know, make excuses. So if there's someone else out there that you think is, you know, needs to hear this, please tag them, share it with them. But again, my name is Zack ROI Williams. I appreciate you guys, and this is fucking Burnout. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Now, if you want, you can find out more information about me and what we do at ZackROIWilliams.com. See you on the next video.